Hello everyone. In this lecture video, we will see what are the different types of service model. So, in service model, as we all know, it means that what service we use. That is the service model. And here there are three service models. First is the software as a service, second is the platform as a service, and third is infrastructure as a service. So this software as a service, it provides ready to use software over the internet and users can access the applications through a browser without installation. For example, here Google Docs and Gmails are the two examples for the software as a service. Second is platform as a service, which provides a platform for developers to build, test and deploy the applications, and it includes tools, libraries and an operating environment. Example here include the Google App Engine, Microsoft Azure. And infrastructure as a service provides basic computing resources like virtual machines, storage and networking. Users have control over the operating system, applications, but not the hardware. Examples here include Amazon Web Services and the Microsoft Azure. Now here we'll understand these three with the help of a real-time example or the real-life restaurant example. Here first, software as a service, it is like a ready-made food. That is, in this model, the food is already prepared and served to you. You just eat without worrying about cooking or the ingredients. Similarly, this software as a service provides ready-to-use software with no setup needed. Then second is the platform as a service, where it is like a kitchen provided. You need to cook there. Okay. So here the restaurant gives you a kitchen and all the tools required to cook your own food. You prepare the meal, but the setup and maintenance are handled for you. Similarly, this platform as a service, it provides a platform where you develop and run the applications. Then third is the infrastructure as a service, where only the raw materials and the space is provided. That is, you get the raw ingredients and a place to cook, and you are responsible for everything from cooking to managing the setup. Similarly, infrastructure as a service, it gives basic infrastructure and users manage the operating system and the applications. Now we'll see what is a software as a service. Here, this is one of the most popular cloud computing models. It means that the software applications are hosted on the cloud and accessed through the internet. Okay, and instead of being installed directly on a user's computer, that is, there is no need of installation, and it presents the meaning of management examples and the classroom, where we use the SaaS in a simple and visual manner. Okay, then here you can see you have something called as software as a cloud or the software in the cloud, which contains applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and here this indicates that the software is stored and operated on the remote servers, which are maintained by a cloud provider. So users can access these applications through the internet using different devices such as laptops, tablets, and the mobile. Then the internet acts as the connection here. The internet, it acts as a connection between the users and the cloud-based software. So here the users are there who are using different types of machines, and you have internet. So internet connects the cloud and the users. So here you can see software is already installed in the cloud. Then users access it through the internet, and there is no installation required on the user's device. So these are the three important points about the software as a service, and this makes this software as a service very convenient because users do not need to worry about downloading or updating the software manually. They can simply just log in and start using the application from anywhere. Now here you can see who manages the system. So in this software as a service model, the cloud provider will manage, and it is he is the responsible for managing the hardware, operating system, updates, and the security. Now this reduces the burden on the users and organization because Technical maintenance, it is handled by the service provider, and the user's role is simple. They have to only use the software. Now here you can see there are some real-time examples of the software as a service application, where you have Microsoft Office 365, Gmail and Zoom, and these are widely used applications that run online and can be accessed from any device with an internet connection. And users do not need powerful systems because most processing happens in the cloud. Now we can take one classroom example where how students use Microsoft Office 365 online. Students can create their documents, presentations and spreadsheets without installing the Microsoft Word or other Office software on their computers. Now updates happen automatically and the software is accessible from the mobile phones, and like mobile phones, tablets or laptops, anywhere and anytime. Now this demonstrates the flexibility and accessibility of the software as a service in education. So here the software as a service, it is a cloud-based software delivery model where applications are hosted online, managed by the service providers and easily accessed by the users through the internet. So here this is the figure for software as a service, where you have three users, user 1, user 2 and user 3 who access software applications, that is software A, B, C and D, directly through the cloud over the internet. And this software runs on the cloud providers servers, so users do not need to install or maintain it on their own computers. Now second is the platform as a service, which is again one of the important cloud computing service models, and it provides a complete platform in the cloud that allows developers to build, test, run and deploy applications without managing the underlying infrastructure. So here it shows that this image here or this slide, it shows the meaning, responsibilities, examples and an engineering use case of the platform as a service. So here you can see the you have the cloud provider. The cloud provides the platform. Now inside the cloud you have certain components such as the development tools, database, then runtime environment and the security. And this means the cloud service provider offers all the necessary resources and the software tools which are required for the application development and deployment. So the developers can directly focus on coding and application functionality rather than the infrastructure management. Then here you can see it states that the cloud provides a platform to develop and run the applications. Like in traditional systems, developers had to purchase the servers, install the operating systems, configure the networks and maintain the hardware. However, in this platform as a service, these responsibilities, these are handled by the cloud provider. So here users do not manage hardware, operating system or the networks, and this simplifies the application development and reduces the technical complexity. Now here you can see the users need to these users only need to write the code and deploy the applications, and all the backend services such as the server management, software updates, security and scalability are automatically managed by the cloud platform. And this allows the developers to save the time and focus on innovation and the application performance. Now here we'll see one real-time example. Real-time examples. First these, that is, one is the Google App Engine and second is a Microsoft Azure App Services. These two platforms provide cloud-based environments where developers can upload and run the applications without worrying about the server setup or the maintenance. And such platforms are widely used in industries for web applications, mobile applications and the IoT solutions. Now we will see one engineering example which explains the practical use case. So suppose 8th semester engineering students develop an IoT smart irrigation monitoring application. Now instead of purchasing servers or installing the Linux operating system, they simply upload their project to the Google App Engine. Now the cloud platform, it automatically handles the deployment, scaling, security and the global access, then the students only have to concentrate on the coding and the deploying their project. And then comes the certain advantages, like it has the automatic scaling, global accessibility, and the secure, reliable here. Okay, secure, reliable operation, and applications can serve users worldwide and handle increased workloads automatically. So here, this overall image, it demonstrates that platform as a service is a cloud computing model where the cloud provider manages the infrastructure and platform services, while the developers focus mainly on creating and deploying the applications efficiently. Then here you can see the cloud provider offers platform tools, okay, like platforms such as tools, runtime, and environment, where the developers can build, run, and manage the applications like App 1, App 2, and App 3. And users access these applications through the cloud without managing the underlying servers or the infrastructure. Now, next is infrastructure as a service, where it provides the fundamental computing infrastructure over the internet, allowing the users to rent and use the resources instead of purchasing and maintaining physical hardware. So the cloud providers supply three key infrastructure components, that is the virtual machines, storage, and the networking. Now these resources are delivered through a cloud platform, enabling organizations to scale their infrastructure based on the demand. So some examples of the infrastructure as a service providers are the Google Compute Engine and the Amazon Web Services EC2. Now, a major concept which is highlighted in the division is the division of the responsibility. That is, a cloud provider manages the underlying hardware, then data centers, storage systems, and the networking infrastructure. Meanwhile, the user is responsible for installing, configuring, and maintaining the operating system, software, and the applications. And this gives the users great flexibility and control compared to other cloud service models. So here we have one university example to illustrate how the infrastructure as a service works in practice. Suppose a college requires 5 Linux servers, 2 Windows servers, and a database installation. Now, instead of buying the physical servers and the networking equipment, the university rents the virtual machines from the AWS. Now, once the virtual machines are provisioned, the university's IT team installs and manages the operating systems such as Linux or Windows, along with services like Apache Web Server, then MySQL database, and other applications which are necessary. So here, this example, it demonstrates a core benefit of the infrastructure as a service, where the organizations can quickly acquire computing resources without investing in expensive hardware, and they only pay for the infrastructure they use while maintaining control over the software and the system configurations. So this infrastructure as a service, it is a cloud computing model where the cloud provider, it offers virtualized infrastructure like server, storage, and networking, while the customer manages the operating system, applications, and software running on that infrastructure. So it provides the scalability, flexibility, cost savings, and faster deployment compared to traditional on-premises infrastructure. So this is about the service models. Thank you.